Hello there, what is going on everyone? It is Shatterpoint time. We are going to be looking at the Ghost crew for Star Wars Rebels arriving in Star Wars Shatterpoint. We've got two boxes. We're going to look at both of these because frankly, you don't ever separate these two. Nobody puts Hera in a corner. Nobody puts Kanan in a corner. We've got the Stronger Than Fear squad box and the Make the Impossible Possible squad pack. Featuring Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger, and Zeb Aurelios, Hera Syndulla, Sabine Wren, and Chopper. We are going to unbox these and take a look at them for you. We're going to put the miniatures together. We are going to look at everything that comes in here, the cards and the miniatures. And there's supposed to be an alternate art style for these cards too, so I cannot wait to check them out. If you guys are new here to the channel, we talk a lot about Star Wars and tabletop gaming. So make sure you subscribe. There's still time left to enter to win that $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. I want to know who your favorite character from Star Wars Rebels is. Do you have a favorite episode or a favorite character? Either one of those. Let me know down in the comments below. Also, big thanks to Atomic Mass Games and Asmodee for sending this out for review. They did send this out to the channel, so we're going to also put a link to where if you want to check that out over at the Asmodee site and pick up your own copy, you can do that. It'll be down in the video description below. Let's go ahead and get these boxes opened. All right, we are starting off with the Stronger Than Fear box. First, we're going to start off with Kanan and Ezra. I love having the Ghost crew on my tabletop. I love that they're out for Shatterpoint, and I really can't wait for them to also come out for Legion. Hopefully that is something that happens soon. I kind of want Star Wars Rebels content in all of my Star Wars games because it's definitely probably my favorite Star Wars. The entirety of the show I thought was just magnificent, and I loved it. And it's probably time for a rewatch as well. So we got our credits page here. Big thanks to everybody who helped bring this to us. And then we've got a link to the AMG site if you want to check out the build instructions. We've got sprues and bases, and let's take a look at everything that we're getting. Was this just one? Oh, this is just one frame for all three characters here. So it looks like this is Kanan's vest here. We've got Zeb. I see Zeb. I see Ezra. A7, A8, A1, A2. Okay, so these actually look pretty simple. So even if you do not have instructions, it looks like Kanan is going to be all the B stuff. So with BO5, BO4, front and back of his torso. BO1, BO2, BO8, BO3. So those are all going to be Kanan. Looks like Zeb is going to be C, all the C stuff. And then Ezra is going to be all the A pieces, it looks like. So we'll get those put together in a little bit. We've got our bases. They always give you a 4-pack, even though you only have 3 characters. So just hold on to that extra base if you want to do something fun with it. And then we've got all of our cards here. And we'll take a closer look at the cards here in just a moment. But I'm going to go ahead and get these out. They've been doing, the multiple language stuff. So you're going to see our English versions up front. And then we've got different, all of our other language versions in the pack as well. Same thing for these. We'll take a look at all of these cards here in just a moment. But let's open up that Hera box for the Make the Impossible Possible squad pack. Also, let's get this one ready to go. And boom, there it is. Okay. In this one, I expect this one to follow a very similar format. We've got I think that's everything that comes in the box. We've got our card pack. We've got our little insert here with the same information, and then we've got our frames here. Again, 4 bases for 3 characters. That's just how they come. So it's also nice in case you maybe don't have the base. Like maybe you don't want this one because the indentations here kind of clash with your theme, and you have some choices there. Or maybe you want like lots of extras of these, and so anytime you get 4 for 3, you can kind of save that extra one. All right, so here we go. We've got, it looks like this is part of Sabine's base right here. On this one, do I have this backwards? Yeah. So we've got C. If I set it this way, we can see we've got Chopper. Looks like he's C. Oh, that's appropriate. CO1, CO2, CO6. Sabine looks like she's B, and then Hera looks like she is A here for a lot of the A characters. So overall, this doesn't look particularly hard to put together. Leg, front of head, back of head. We can recognize those head tails anywhere. Front of torso, back of torso, arm, leg. Oh, this is Sabine's leg. be. So yeah, no, I don't think these are going to be hard to put together at all. I probably can do it without the instructions, but if I want the instructions, I can head over to atomicmassgames.com, and there's a little QR code right there, and you can head over there and check out the build instructions for everything else. Let's go ahead and look at the cards for both packs. All right, so we've got our activation cards here. I'm a little disappointed because I did think that they were going with an alternate art, like wanted poster scheme that they had advertised when they were doing previews for these at Adepticon, but that isn't what happened. So I don't know. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Maybe those cards are for something else, actually. But so we've got our basic activation cards. Hera also has this symbol here, which we're going to see on her card for Spectre 2. She's got Phoenix Leader. We will not stand down for 2 force. Crew of the Ghost. She's allied Rebel Alliance characters within 4 have cover 1. And then we have Hope. And so this is going to happen at the start of her activation. You can spend a momentum for all the Rebel units to heal 3 damage. She's got Rebel Alliance Inspector, 9 health, 3 stamina. And of course, she is a primary unit. She's 8 and 3 there. So pretty cool stuff. Has her activation card and her she's got her 2 stance cards. She's got difficult choices there with 7 ranged, 6 melee. And she's got some, it's kind of direct. You have a little bit of choice if you get 4 or more successes. And then we flip it over, and then she's got spread a little light, and 7 and 6. And a little more options on that particular stance. We go over to Sabine, and there we go. She is Clan Ren, Mandalorian, Rebel Alliance Inspector. Let me start out, actually. She's going to be a secondary, and she's a 4-point secondary. So there we go. My friends make the impossible possible. I'm going to go add some fireworks to the celebration. I forged this armor with my family and daughter of Mandalore. She's also a Mandalorian. She's got Clan Ren, Mandalorian, Rebel Alliance, and Spectre. So pretty cool stuff. So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have fun running her, and of course here is her activation card, and here's her stance. Now she only has the 1 stance Shatterpoint card on the back side, but she's got her My Way, and she's got pushes, lots of pushes up top, and lots of she's got bleeds, some status effects, and then she can jump away if she gets enough successes. She's 6 and 6. And Beskar armor looks pretty nice on her as well. Chopper is our support. Again, what's great about these 2 packs is it makes a full strike team. It makes your whole build is in these two packs. Of course, you can split them up. You can run Sabine with Clan Ren and her Mandalorians. You can run Kanan and Ezra with other Jedi or with other rebels. You can try and mix Luke into this batch. There's a lot of things you can do, but they will also work extremely well together. You've got a Chopper who's got 8 health and 2 stamina. He's got Mayhem, Rocket Booster, Chopper. Sometimes you do it right. Sturdy construction, and is that one of ours? Here's his activation card, and here's his stance. He doesn't have a whole lot of choices on here. It's just, do you start off with extra damage or a push? But he's got a push on a single success, which is pretty good. And he can do Droid Rage. He can do 8 damage, roll 8 dice in melee, which is pretty cool. All right, let's look at the other pack for our Stronger Than Fear pack. We're going to start off with Kanan. Kanan is going to be our primary at 8 with 3 force, and he's Caleb Doom. And there we go. He's a man with 2 names. He's got Force, Push, and Deflect. And now I know there's something stronger than fear, which is pretty cool. Now here's going to be Caleb's card for his man with 2 names reminder, and then he's got some stances here. Let's take a look at the stances. He's got Pack Leader, which is 7 and 6, and he's got 2 pushes on there, and one at just 2 success and one at 3rd success. That's kind of cool. And he's going to reposition in there, and then some healing if he really gets high enough. And then he's got his Soresu, which is 8 dice in melee, but this is not for range. So this is when he's closing in, trying to move in for the kill. All right. You got a push on the first one too, which is pretty cool, and 2 damage. So he can get a lot of damage on this one. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a free action on that, a force push on top of all that stuff, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see what his little protege here, Ezra, is up to. Ezra Bridger, a.k.a. Lando Calrissian, a.k.a. Jabba the Hutt. Ezra he's a Force... Oh, and Kanan's Force User, Jedi, Rebel Alliance, Scoundrel, and Spectre. And here we are, Force User, Padawan, Rebel Alliance, Scoundrel, and Spectre. So Ezra, this version of Ezra is not a Jedi. You're not a Jedi yet. Force Jump, unreliable informant, helpful hand. Thanks for doing the heavy lifting. This helmet is property of Ezra Bridger. I've got his activation card here, and he has just the one stance. It is Fast Learner, and 6 and 7 is not bad. Honestly, it is not bad at all. So he's our secondary there with a decent amount of damage. He can do some healing and reposition. I like his third. If he gets 3 successes, he's really able to do a lot of stuff with that. So very cool. And then we move over to Zeb Aurelius. Zeb is a Rebel Alliance Spectre Warrior. He's our 4-point support. And he's... this is going to hurt, pal. His Lasan Honor Guard. It's just something about the feel of their helmets on my fist and Carabast. And he has Rebel Alliance, Spectre, and Warrior, his activation card. And his stance card, which he has a ton of choices for his which track he wants to go, the high side, the middle, or the low side. And it's got some pretty cool expertise. His bow is both melee and ranged, which of course is the cool thing. And yeah, 7 and 6 isn't bad, 4 and 5 defensive. And honestly, not bad if he gets 1 expertise in either of these. So Zeb looks pretty good for support. So let's go ahead and get these minis assembled. All right, so we've got all of the Ghost crew assembled now. We'll take a look at Hera real quick. She is pretty standard pose, fits pretty easily on most bases, was not hard to put together. Actually, none of these were really hard to put together. We've got Chopper here. Pretty simple to assemble. Really good looking model, cool dynamic pose. He's just coming off of killing another droid, I guess. I don't know. Chopper does a lot of war crimes that we're not going to talk about those very much right now. Chopper needs to go to droid jail, but that's why he's on the run from the Empire, right? We've got Sabine here, incredibly dynamic pose, really nice looking Sabine model here. She's super groovy. I dig it. Kanan here, standing victorious, noble, very, very, very much Jedi Knight pose. Like, this is an iconic Jedi Knight pose, and it's pretty groovy. He's got a little blaster pistol on the side there. Don't drop Kanan. Here's his little buddy Ezra. Ezra is only single point of connection there with that one leg. Everything else about Ezra is up in the air. He looks charging into action, and very much season 1 and 2 of Rebels. I think the door's open to see a Jedi Knight Ezra, especially with seasons 3 and 4 of Rebels, and then of course with with everything that comes after with Ahsoka. So and then there's Zeb. Zeb has a couple of options. You have 2 options between these 2 packs. You could do helmeted Sabine or helmetless Sabine. I went with helmeted because faces are challenging enough to paint, although Sabine's helmet is not going to be super easy either. But Zeb, you could do him with the blaster rifle in the back, but I wanted the bow staff because the bow staff is awesome. You got to go with the bow staff. I don't want the collapsed version. I wanted the big version, so I can put all the electricity effects on there with Zeb. So he is super groovy and ready to join the team. All right, guys, that is been a look at the Stronger Than Fear squad pack and the Make the Impossible Possible squad pack, collectively known as the Ghost Crew, the Spectre Crew, Star Wars Rebels in Star Wars Shatterpoint. Big thanks to Atomic Mass Games for sending this out, and cannot wait to get these guys painted up. If you're not already, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you join our Discord, and other social medias are all down there. And check out some paint jobs, and stay tuned for more content. I will talk to you guys soon. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are out of this world, and you guys are amazing. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. The spice must flow. So say we all. And always wash your socks.